You've stated that the government is in possession of potential non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Number one is, what is it? Where is it? How did we get it if we have it? And what other witnesses are there? What kind of documentary evidence is there? And where is this happening? A lot of people are thinking that these things might be on military installations, for example.
The FDA says biologics can be composed of proteins and sugars or could be cells and tissues. But even though questions remain around the specifics of these biologics, Mace says that isn't the biggest issue at hand.
The thing that people need to remember here is this is about transparency. It's really not about little green men. It's about being accountable to the government and what's happening and where's money being spent and invested. Is there a retrieval program that the government is investing in, or is it vis-a-vis contractors? How do they skirt around the laws that exist today, and why is Congress being kept in the dark?
And she says the next step is to keep asking more questions.
Well, the witness said today that he has a list of witnesses that he could provide, both friendly and hostile, to corroborate and verify the information that he testified under oath today. And he promised that he would get us that list. So for me personally, the next step is get a list of future witnesses, whether that means we have a hearing in a classified setting or another public hearing, to ask more questions.
Well, the Oversight Committee on Wednesday, we had 3 very credible witnesses, a former intelligence officer, a retired military, retired pilots who'd seen things they could not explain. And what we learned on Wednesday, because this really isn't about little green men, this is about the federal government laundering your tax dollars, paying for programs that none of us in Congress are aware of, let alone you, the taxpayer. And you have the right to know what's really going on. And we left with more questions than answers because a lot of the information that was shared can't be shared in a public setting. So a lot of it might have to, at the next hearing, be in a private setting in a skiff, which is frustrating, but I want to be transparent with the American people with everything that we learned from these hearings.
Today, there's this Mexican journalist researcher who tells the Mexican congressional hearing that they have these mummified bodies that are not human. Now, this guy has made previous claims before that turned out not to be true, but he says this is different. Now, knowing what you know, do you think that this is coming to pass? I mean, are we going to find out that we should have known this all along?
Well, if there are bodies out there, I got to see it for myself. I have to see it to believe it. I got to touch it, put my hands on it. I don't know what non-human biologics are. I would like to learn more. I'm trying right now to get the clearances to get some of those witnesses into a skiff to be able to come back to us and brief us on some of the classified information they could not share. And it's not about little green men. It's about money laundering. What has the government spent your tax dollars on? Where has it gone? On what programs?
There's also the question of, are the aliens out there and are they going to come after us?